Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. My name's Thomas, and I'm joined by
Paul.
And we're in the second and final part of this very short, delicious bite of a story, the Sontaran experiment. Any thing to say as we go into this, Paul?
No, I just look forward to. Like, bless you.
Sorry. This is a good reveal, to be fair. Emerging from his sphere. Nice little riser there in the music. He looks a bit different, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think it is a different mask. People often say that they don't feel it fits as well as the original Time Warrior one, which they think is probably the best one.
Right, yeah.
I don't know why they used a different one, given that it was only a season ago. Don't know what.
Yeah, wasn't the original one a bit darker and had like some more hairs on it and stuff?
Yeah.
One of us.
You're identical. Same ugly.
Identical, yes. The same, no.
Ah.
I am Star, Field Major Star, as you would address me. The moron was of no further use to me.
The moron. There's something funny about just hearing an alien species use the term moron.
Moron, yeah. So apparently part of the inspiration for this story, or the idea of this Sontaran experimenting on humans to see sort of like how long they would live, you know, when exposed and things like that. It's actually based on like real experiments done by the Nazis.
Oh, wow. That's kind of chilling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite bleak, isn't it? Very dark.
Yeah.
It's funny, I read that apparently they had a lot of trouble filming this because they were trying to deal with a lot of rain, but the weather always looks quite nice.
Experiment 8, 500 pounds.
Oh, wow, that's clever. Variable weight.
I mean, there's no way those guys would be holding like 500 pounds like that.
The knife.
Yeah.
The knife.
Yeah, how much is 500 pounds in kilograms? That's got to be what?
Well, I mean, he started off saying what? It was 40 pounds, which is like roughly just under 20 kilos, isn't it?
Star.
Yeah.
Field Major Star.
Could they even... would they be able to lift it at all?
Field Major
No.
Star, sir. Increase to 600 pounds.
600 pounds.
That's just, there's no way. Yeah, 600 pounds is 272 kilos.
Evaluate me if you dare. I challenge you, Star. Single combat. Or are you afraid?
Afraid? A Sontaran afraid?
I mean, I know you said you wanted to tire him out, but I mean, he's been tired out very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Needs to work on his cardio.
This fierce warrior.
I should stand back if I were you. I mean, it should be all right. But you never know, quite, do you?
Wow.
There we go. So, yeah, thoughts on that then?
Yeah, I mean, again, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the setting. I think it was slightly hard to believe that this formidable threat of the Sontaran was worn out by the Doctor waving a stick at him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's a fair criticism.
I think you'd have to introduce some story reason as to why it was that easy to defeat him. Yeah, I felt they could have come up with maybe a better way of kind of outsmarting him, or even if it's like introduce the thing about if you whack the vent, that kind of takes them down, or something like that. But
Yeah.
you just sort of, if this is like a trained fierce warrior, I know the Doctor's got some good fighting chops, but
Yeah, Venusian Aikido.
yeah, but I don't know.
Ah,
That duel just didn't quite come off for
well,
me.
I mean, they do try and get around it a little bit by saying that he's not used to the Earth's gravity, like so. I
That is
think
true.
that's been
Yeah.
mentioned before. This idea that the Sontarans, the Earth's gravity is much more excessive on them, so it's harder for them to move. So, there's, but yeah, it
You're
still
right.
feels a little bit. It feels a little bit too easy at that stage. But
No, that's a good point. Yeah, you know what? Now I'm completely fine with it, actually.
no, no,
Yeah,
I think
but a
no, I
lot of
think
fun
it's
as a
yeah. I mean,
story.
and punchy as well, isn't it? And
Mm,
it does. If you took out the cliffhanger in the middle, it does sort of feel very much like a 45-minute modern episode, doesn't it? In the way it's sort of paced and works and is all tied up at the end. Um, yeah, so I mean, I quite enjoyed it. Again, it's not one I'm hugely familiar with because um, I never owned it for because it was actually released as a double video pack with the next story. And I already had the next story videoed off the telly, so I didn't want to spend money on that. Um, but
yeah.
no, I think it's a great story, and there are like a couple of nice things in there. We said about that little robot effect where the manacles kind of come out and grab hold of the three guys. Probably was done as a reverse shot, I imagine, but that looks really good.
Mm,
And
yeah,
just
that was
again,
good.
all the stuff, just some of the lovely shots of the Sontaran, when Harry, I think it was hiding, and you got that shot of the Sontaran sort of passing by between the rocks behind him. That was pretty well done. But I like as well the concept of having this sort of scout that goes ahead to experiment on the population to work out what the weaknesses are.
Yeah, that was clever. Yeah,
It's quite a neat idea, and it feels like something you could realistically believe would be done. Um,
it was quite cool what the Doctor did with that because he was like, and yes, these are the puny people, but I am the warrior class. And sort of,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
played in. Yeah, no, actually, I think I was being harsh on that fight because playing into the sort of Sontaran sense of pride and oh no, Sontaran would ever turn down the opportunity to kill someone. Yeah, the Doctor was quite cunning there actually.
Mm. Yeah, I think if I had to pick one of those things, um I think I'd go for just the that general idea of what the Sontaran experiment is. I
Mm.
think it's a neat little idea. I don't think we've seen much like that in the show before. You've had plenty of invasions and alien monsters and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know if we've had something as sort of calculated as that. And given what it's based on, that feels there is a sort of bleakness behind it as well, which is
Yeah,
a bit more sort of arresting, I guess.
yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the design of it, even though it's different to the first Sontaran we've encountered in the show, and arguably less good, it kind of grew on me over the course of the episode. I thought it actually looked quite creepy in places. Something
Mm.
about that kind of forced smile, almost.
Yeah, I mean, I think where it falls down slightly is occasionally when you get those close-up shots, it feels like the mask is sitting a little bit forward from where the eyes are.
Right. Yeah.
So you feel like there's a head underneath it, looking out, rather than when I think the first costume was so well integrated.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Um, and given that they're supposed to be a clone, when Sarah says like, "Oh, it's Lynx," you kind of think, yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't really look like him. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of a shame that on that front, but yeah, obviously they've taken the success of the Time Warrior and decided to run with that, um, and develop this on Taran a little bit more.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah. No, very good. Very good. Well, strong little bite-sized Doctor Who story.
yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So, well, I guess that's all we got to say. Let us know what you thought of it, guys. Let us know if you think this little two-parter works. and what you think of the Sontaran and sort of the way it looks and all those kind of bits. Check those comments down below, or join us on our Discord server. There's a link for that in the description. And if you want the full length reactions, there's a Patreon link as well, and you can find that there. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
Adios.